Benched.
Yeah!
My name's Joey. Joined as always my brother co-host. Happy Halloween, Angel.
Happy Halloween. You look uncomfortable.
Yes. I am Jason Kelsey for Halloween.
A legend. There's no way in that. You look good. You
Won
look
the
good.
Super Bowl one too, right? I can't really see.
Yeah.
Mobility is limited.
Yeah. You're questionable.
And you're bringing back a classic, huh?
Yeah. Chewbacca. Gotta admit, this fit me a lot better a year ago, but you know, it is what it is.
Yeah. I won't show you what the bottom half of this jersey looks like.
Yeah, I won't show you the bottom half of this either.
Not good.
A lot of lumps.
Over at producer's desk, we got double barrel action, monkey and banana.
Yeah.
Thank you for not making AJ wear the monkey mask. I feel like
that's
even too far for us.
That was a little lob.
Even too far for
You wanted to avoid.
You see the Dodger hat on Gabe. You see the Dodger helmet here on the desk.
Yeah, yeah.
The Dodgers are the world champs.
We are.
We were recording very late on a Wednesday night. We didn't record on Tuesday because they were playing that night. And you're not getting the show on Friday because we're going to the parade.
Yeah.
And so this is the last show of the week. So on today's episode, we're going to pick the games for week number, is it week number 9?
Week
Yes,
9.
it is.
Yes.
Ooh, week 9.
Week 9, and then also cover the news. A lot of news happening from the last time we had a show. If you're watching on YouTube, welcome to the channel.
I was about to do a Chewbacca sound, but I don't know how to do it.
Subscribe, turn on notifications. Thanks for joining us. Listen on Apple, Spotify, iHeartRadio, Amazon Music to join the audio version of the Benched Show. Like, subscribe, notifications, leave a review. That, of course, is brought to you by the Fans First Sports Network. Check us out on Instagram, X, and TikTok. Search at Benched Show to follow the show between the show. And that's it. This is for, I guess it's going to come out on a Thursday.
Yeah.
But like we said, this is the last episode for the week as we will be celebrating down in L.A., the Dodgers World Championship. They defeat the Yankees tonight. We just watched it.
Yankees.
Incredible
moment for LA. And we are native and
Angelinos,
So,
currently subscribe. We don't subscribe to LA. We live in LA.
We live in LA. We are about the life.
Yeah, we flirted with the idea of playing with LA themed music, but we're scared YouTube would take the show down. So
Do not have the rights.
we didn't.
Yes.
Yeah. Obviously, week number 9 is going to be. God, I can't breathe in this thing.
It's all right.
It's
You
going
look
to
great,
be.
dude.
Yeah, I feel
great.
nimble.
Look, you can still put a couple snaps in.
Do I?
Yeah.
I think so.
Yeah. Plus,
For the
pull
Jets.
it. Yeah. But don't pull you or nothing. Just leave you.
Yeah.
Left guard.
I literally haven't moved since I put this on. Like, I have not moved.
Remember the little Giants when they put on the pads and they look, yeah.
All I remember from that movie is Giants.
Help us, God.
Best part. Let's get to the news. All right, we haven't had a show in a couple days, so there's a lot of news to get to.
A lot of news.
Jordan Schultz reporting the Cowboys are activating all-pro cornerback Daron Bland off IR as a ball hawk is prepared to make his 2024 debut just in time to save the Cowboys from a terrible season. Nope.
Same for Jerry Jones.
Bad vibe. Nope.
All pro, Daron Bland. I mean, there's a win there. At least you get a win.
I mean, you're getting them back, I guess. But the Cowboys, I mean, they need much more than Daron Bland. But, yeah, you're getting your boy back.
Your boy back.
All-pro, right? First team all-pro.
First, whatever.
Second team,
Above
first team?
Patrick Surtain last year, which still makes no sense. But, yeah, I mean, Diggs and Bland together, it's pretty good ball
It's
hawks.
pretty wild they were content into going into the season with neither of their starting cornerbacks.
And then they let Gilmore walk to Minnesota.
Right, that's what I'm saying.
Oh,
that was
yeah,
their
yeah.
other starting cornerback.
Yeah.
That's like, it's really, we're going to look back and think, how audacious was Jerry Jones?
Well,
to
Jerry,
think
he just couldn't afford it.
he could have
It's a wild
competitive
offseason
team.
for them. That's wow.
He couldn't afford it, but he was all in.
I would never want to be a Cowboys fan, but specifically this year.
Yeah.
Not the year.
It's tough. But shout out to Daron Bland. Coming back.
49ers running back Christian McCaffrey is going to, quote, hit it hard
Hit it hard.
this week with some simulated my bad.
Whoa.
Practice workouts this week. I can't move my head, guys. Sorry. While the team is on bye, they're aiming to get him back at practice, and if all goes well, back to the game, says Shanahan. CMC coming back. They, on another hand, do have a season to save. They can make a playoff run.
Mm-hmm.
And if they get in with Christian McCaffrey, they're as dangerous as any team in the NFC.
Yeah, they have a division to win. They're right there. That NFC East or West is pretty, attainable. And CMC, at whatever state he's in, is better than almost about 80% of the running backs in the NFL. So, yeah.
I know Debo's had a hard time staying healthy, but get Debo healthy. Kittle's had a great year.
Yeah.
A healthy CMC, that's enough.
Not to mention the other wide receivers that they have with Ricky Pearsall, Juwan Jennings. Like, they've got a room there.
Yeah. Let's be honest. If you're saying they can't win without Brandon Ayuk, we've seen much more from Juwan Jennings this year.
Yeah.
We've seen monster games from him at least.
Also, last year, let's not forget that they got Chase Young at the deadline. So they might be aggressive at the deadline for a wideout or for a defensive player. I know the Browns defensive end.
Myles Garrett.
Zadarius Smith.
I was going to say, how'd you forget Myles Garrett?
Zadarius Smith is up for grabs. I can see them grabbing him.
You see what they wanted for him?
A third. Yeah.
A very good third-day pick.
Yeah. I mean,
Wow.
that's
Here you go.
Poor Zadarius.
Take
That's so
two.
disrespectful. Is he any good anymore, though? Is that an impact guy?
yeah.
I think Zadarius Smith has been an impact guy for years.
He was good. To be honest, I have not seen a lot of Brown games this year. Maybe 2.
Yeah, I don't think they've been very good.
Yeah.
It's like a perfect time for this 49ers team to come in, too, with the Rams kind of getting healthy at the right moment, but they got to fight back. I know, I look ridiculous.
It's a talking monkey.
No, but it's true. Like, the Rams are starting to get a little healthy here. The Cardinals aren't what we thought. The Seattle Seahawks kind of flamed out there. So, division's wide open for these Niners. I'm really excited for them.
Yeah, what's crazy is that Seattle's played bad. They could still very much win this division. The Rams were hurt. They could very much win it.
Rams are getting their guys back. Yeah,
So basically their season kind of starts right now because everyone's healthy again. And there's no one there's not a clear number
They're
one.
pretty even in the standings.
Yeah,
if
so
I'm
I think they're all
correct.
4-4, 3-4, something like that.
All right, as we alternate between playoff teams and ass teams, the Panthers will start Bryce Young for a second straight week on Sunday against the Saints. Andy Dalton was a full participant in practice, although continuing rehab. He, of course, was in that car accident with his family. Scary stuff.
Yeah.
Hasn't played since. They're going to go with Bryce Young again.
They're tanking. Full tank.
Yeah. At this point, you got to use him. You got to get any kind of value you can out of him. So the value he has now is that he can tank your season.
Yeah, he can get you next year's
Yeah.
first
Like,
number one pick.
Like, you know what, Bryce? You're going to work for us either way.
You ever heard of Josh Rosen? Looks pretty similar. Yeah, he's poor kid.
Yeah.
They just traded Diontae Johnson.
I was going to say, you thought it was bad before. We just traded Diontae Johnson away.
So have fun. Well, it's gonna be tough football to watch. Bryce, he'll get a job next year, right? He'll be on a team somewhere.
Yeah.
Like the Chiefs or
Someone will
the
wanna
Bills,
work.
Yeah, he'll be in a roster.
the Niners or something.
He'll be in a roster. You'll know it's really bad if he's invited to camp and then gets cut out of camp. That's when you know, like, this is done.
Yeah.
God, you hate to see bust, but it happens a lot more than people think.
Yeah, I always love. No. Go. Moving on here. Texans wide receiver Stefon Diggs tore his ACL on Sunday against the Colts. Season is over for the Texans. They are going through quite a bit at the receiver position. Had Tank Dell go through his whole offseason thing. Shot in the leg.
I
or
keep
the chest
forgetting
or
about that. Yeah.
Nearly murdered.
Nearly attempted murder.
Yeah.
While he's recovering from a broken ankle, was it?
Broken leg.
Broken
yeah.
leg. And then, of course, Nico's been down for a minute with a hamstring injury. He's close to returning, but those hamstrings are tricky.
Tricky.
And then you got Stefon Diggs now done for the year. All of a sudden, they're thin at wide receiver.
Yeah. All of a sudden, you're trying to. Good thing they didn't trade John Mechie, who was rumored to be traded. Now it's time, John, to put up or shut up, dude, because you want playing time.
That can't be the plan.
But his problem throughout his career that he's been buried in the depth chart now because of injury is his time. But yeah, you're right though. They need to go trade for someone. If they
They have
weren't
to.
playing the Jets on Thursday, Mike Williams would be not great, but someone. But they need to go attack get another wideout, maybe 2.
So we saw them make a run last year with Nico and Tank Dell, and they both balled out.
Yeah.
Both finished the season strong. You think it's enough? Those two plus Mixon? Because the wide receiver was not the reason they got blown out or lost last year.
Yeah, Mixon
It
adds
was that defense and that O-line.
Mixon adds a lot to this team.
Yeah.
Mixon is like a stabilizer for that team because the last couple of weeks when they can't get the passing game going because there's only 1 or 2 wideouts that are healthy, they really relied on Mixon. Mixon's performed really well. So yeah, it's a different team. I think Mixon provides more than people think.
I think the fact that Nico's coming back and Dell's is going to take a minute to get better, but he's been fine. I think that's going to keep them from having to make like a splash move.
Yeah.
I think more of the fringe move, like you said, Mike Williams, or I don't even know. I think this would be a good. If Hunter Renfrow wants to play football again, be a great spot for him.
Or my boy Treylon Burks, come on home. Come on
Treylon
home to
Burks.
Houston.
I literally think he's on no one's roster but or radar but yours.
No, but career-wise, Stefon Diggs, he's a free agent this year. Where does he?
He's going to be 31, no contract, coming off an ACL with a history of locker room problems.
Taking a prove a deal somewhere.
Yeah, he's not getting any money next year.
If I was him, I would just stay with Houston.
Yeah.
Just do it like a
Rehab.
1 year, prove it. Just like, hey, I'll play
Yep.
for you guys. It's that sucks. He's 31.
He's going to be 31 when he comes back next year.
Man,
Yeah,
poor,
tough.
Poor guy.
Vikings have Indeed traded for. I don't know why you put Indeed. Shout out to Kevin Seifert for just upping the English language.
make sure.
He wants to know that they've indeed traded
Yeah.
for Jaguars tackle Cam Robinson. to replace the injured Christian Darrisaw. This is not Christian Darrisaw, not close. But as far as free agent mid-season tackles, this is a home run.
Hard to get a tackle midseason because you need to find a team that's completely just tanking or throw away the season. That's what the Jaguars are good at. Yeah, I mean, and then the next slide here is just they got back like a fifth, a conditional fifth.
Yeah, I mean, let's be honest. Cam Robinson wasn't good.
But like
he wasn't good. He's a swing tackle at this point. He's probably just below a starter level type guy. So I'm shocked they got anything for him. But left tackle, they get a conditional 7th that, based upon playing time, can become a 5th or even a 4th based on different play time, stuff like that. If they go deep in the playoffs, you had to do something. I'm not sure you could do better than this, to be honest.
Yeah, and you don't want to sign someone like off the street like a free agent because you don't know what kind of shape they're in.
It's either like a Jason Peters type, or you're stealing people off practice squads.
And you're just kind of rotating, hoping someone is good.
Or throw a 6th-round pick at Cam Robinson. Why not?
And at least he's been playing this year. Like, he's in football shape. He's not, So, yeah, this is as good as you can get. And if you're the Vikings and you're, this is a team that where everything seems to be rolling, just take your best shot. Take a shot. I think this is next year, maybe some depth. I don't know if he's on contract for next year, but some depth.
Yeah. I think it's for the stretch, and they'll figure that out. Hopefully, Darrishaw's back next year. Moving on here, Carolina, in a move that I just don't understand at all. But Carolina sending wide receiver Diontae Johnson to the Ravens. For him, they get back a 5th-rounder for a 6th-rounder. So they swap a 5th-rounder for a 6th-rounder. Even though if he would have left in the offseason, they would have probably received a 3rd-rounder as compensation. They're going to go ahead and move him right now. He goes to the Ravens. It's a great move for the Ravens for a 5th-round pick or 6th-round. Yeah, a 5th, 6th swap. They get Diontae Johnson. Instantly the best, or if you don't believe that, tied for the best. Like, he's as good as Zay Flowers, I think.
Yeah. Which side do you want to look at this for?
Let's go Panthers. It's a stupid move. It's a stupid, it's just a stupid run organization. It's a perfect snapshot of what the hell are you doing?
Yeah, if you're trying to, if this is a career saving, I know it's not. But if you're trying to get any value back from Bryce, you want to put weapons around him so he looks better. But you stick away his best weapon.
Yep.
So that doesn't help. I know they have some young guys that they like, but Diontae Johnson still can add value to your wideout room. It just didn't work. That team, I don't know what they were expecting, but thought you were going to be bad either way. You don't think that you're going to be a playoff team, so why not just keep him?
Yeah, well, he's not under contract, right? So maybe they just didn't. They didn't like what they saw in the locker room, or they don't see him as someone as a pillar of the organization going forward. That's not the problem with me. Like, you evaluate him, keep him if you want him. Don't keep if you don't. But you clearly just gave away some value here.
Yeah.
Like, you clearly just said, nah, I'll piss on the 3rd-round compensation pick.
Do you get a comp pick?
Give me a 5th now. Yeah.
Crazy. I would take
now. Now Ravens, by the way, if he leaves in the offseason, they get the comp pick. Also, they're not paying his salary.
Wow.
Good organizations,
Yep.
bad organizations.
Yeah.
So they're essentially saving, I think it was like $700,000
Yep.
to move up what could be like 10 spots.
Yep.
Because that 6th-round pick would be like the first pick overall,
Yep.
or overall first pick in the round for the Ravens, which is going to be one of the bottom picks in the 5th round.
Yep.
Probably not even 10.
Probably gonna be.
This is ridiculous.
They're going to finish no worse than 3rd.
Yeah.
In the AFC.
Good job, Panthers. You're really killing it. Tepper out there doing some great things.
Whatever. Speaking of bad organizations, let's talk about the Colts.
Oh, wait. Let's get the Ravens real quick.
Oh, yeah.
What does this do for the Ravens for you? Like, does this elevate them, to what
Definitely
level?
elevates them. I mean, their second receiver was Nelson Aguilar.
Not great.
So you're going from Nelson Aguilar to Diontae Johnson, and you already have a top offense in the NFL.
Yeah. Bateman sucks. I don't hear anything about Bateman. Bateman sucks. He dropped a big pass last week, and that's why they got his replacement.
You got Diontae Johnson, I think he's going to be perfect. I think he gives them something they don't have.
Mm-hmm.
They have speed. They have someone you can throw screens to, and Zay Flowers, and kind of utilize his ability to make people miss. In Diontae Johnson, you get a route runner. You get one of the best route runners in the league.
You get like a pure receiver. He's just a separation god, and I think and their offense is very much lateral. So what you want to do, it's just quick shots. He gets separation quick. Yeah, I think it's a good fit. We'd like to see if I haven't seen him play a lot because he played for Carolina, so I want to see if he still has a little bit of that juice left.
I think he does. He had those couple games that he was healthy. Playing with Andy Dalton, he put up big numbers, was really good. So in a couple of weeks, they're going to get not only Diontae Johnson back, but Keaton Mitchell adding to this offense. Knock on wood, Derrick Henry staying healthy.
Yeah.
This is a different kind of Ravens offense. By the way, Mark Andrews is Mark Andrews again.
Mark Ant, you still have Likely who could put a game together. That's
Pretty good, man.
Yeah, Ravens. This is what good organizations do. They don't take on the contract money. They just we'll move back 10 or to 15 picks back. No worries. Give us Johnson. We're going on a playoff run here. That's pretty good.
I mean, just to pay him nothing. If he leaves and you don't like him, you're getting a compensation. It's just a perfect move.
Yeah.
And I don't want to harp on that anymore. How bad it is for the Panthers, but I mean, you see here the difference in the NFL.
Yeah.
Like, if you want to know, like, why is this team always good and why is this team always bad? These kind of moves, like it just happens over and over again. Let's talk about the Colts. All right, quarterback change coming for the Colts. A report by Adam Schefter. The Indianapolis Colts are benching former first-round pick. When I say former, I mean last year.
Like 1 year ago from today.
Number 4 overall. Anthony Richardson. And turning to veteran, the reigning comeback player of the year, Joe Flacco. 48. How old is he?
39.
54. Okay.
He's not that
coaches
old.
met this morning and made a seismic decision as far as going forward. This is a quote from Shane Steichen. I'm just looking at where we are as a football team, sitting at 500 with a lot of football left, and feel that Joe gives us the best chance going forward. When asked about if the decision was a unified decision within the organization, he said, quote, I can't speak for them. I can't speak for our team.
You what?
You're the head coach.
You're the head coach, so I don't know.
Who do you speak for?
Who else?
Who do you speak for?
Yeah.
I speak for Shane.
Yeah. It seems like there's some division with this decision. I think that's clear. Shane Steichen has said before, I literally went back and looked at clips, the only way for Anthony Richardson to get better is snaps, is reps. And so seems to me that this wasn't his decision. This has, to me, Jim Irsay written all over it.
Yeah, this kind of because I like Shane, and then even Chris Ballard. I saw a clip today of him saying, "Yeah, it takes time." The obviously the comp for every slow developing quarterback is Josh Allen, but this is pretty comparable. I know last week I was kind of against it. Now that actually happened, it's like, so what are you gonna do with Anthony Richardson then? Is he benched? What'd you tell him? Like, is he like, hey, this is more of a reset? You'll have your job next year. And what if it's just weird? Because it seems like a big disconnect between owner, head coach, and players, which is not indicative of a well-run franchise.
Yeah, you had a feel for Shane Steichen today because you kind of knew he was in one of those positions that we've seen head coaches before where a decision was made and he had to go up there and be a good camper,
a good soldier,
and toe the company line, and go and not at all show division. I thought he did a pretty good job being in a tough position. But they're going to go with Joe Flacco. Does he make them better right now? Absolutely. Are they? Could they make the playoffs this year? For sure. Are they win a Super Bowl? No. And the only reason you should have ever thought about making this move is if you thought you could win a Super Bowl with Joe Flacco. Unfortunately, I think it's exactly what Jim Irsay thinks. I think that's why he's pulling this string.
This is what the Colts do. Philip Rivers, Matty Ice, what other quarterbacks have they rammed through their old type quarterbacks? This is what they do. They just like these veteran quarterbacks because it feels safe and they feel like, well, our team's so good that we've seen a game manager. It's not going to end well. It's going to be, they might. What if they don't even make the playoffs? So they missed a year of development.
Yeah.
Even though I'm not a big Richardson guy, but still, like, if you're going to be bad, at least be bad with your development quarterback.
Well, whether or not you are, you owe it to yourself to see if you wasted your number 4 overall pick or not.
From last year.
You owe it to yourself to see that through.
Yeah.
Or else you've already made it a loss. So you're already waving the flag. I don't care if you say, well, he's still a guy of the future. We might bring him back. That might be true, but you've made it, like, very, very much, like, harder.
Yeah. And also, next year, you're going to assign some of the quarterbacks. So are you really the quarterback of the future, or do we just say that because if you do bad, which he was doing bad this season. Like, there's no way around it. He wasn't doing great. But if you drafted him, you had to prepare. I mean, I didn't like the strategy, but if you drafted him, you had to prepare for the reality that he might stink. And there's some games where he might stink, or he does. I just
don't know what changes. Like, what for them changed? 10 starts in his career. That's 10 starts, 8 full games.
This is
like what? Nothing has changed. He's still the raw quarterback who needs time.
And you know what's crazy is that I know Flacco was in for 3 of those games, which is half the season, but still, like, even with this quarterback who was bad, you're still 4-4. You were in that game with Houston last week.
There's other problems to this team. They cannot stop the run.
They can't stop the pass.
And they can't. Well, they really can't stop the run. They're like one of the worst in the league against a run. The play calling hasn't been good.
Yeah.
They don't give the ball to Jonathan Taylor nearly enough. A lot of Anthony Richardson's interceptions, you'll notice, come in the red zone, where you probably should just hand the ball off to Jonathan Taylor.
Yeah, we said last week, you're like, this might be a Shane Steichen problem where they're not operate like they just seem like this is my offense and you're gonna run it instead of this is my quarterback who's uniquely talented. Right. Let's build the offense around him like you see all the other good head coaches do.
They should have slowed the game down, led the league, or been close to how many times you run it as opposed to pass it.
Yeah.
Anthony Richardson should be running the ball.
And then the deep shots. I understand he's good at throwing the ball far. Like he's a big arm, but your whole offense was predicated off of either running the ball in the A gaps or just chucking it down the field as hard as Richardson can throw to Josh Downs.
I've been so high on Shane Steichen before, but I think he's just proven to be a guy who he can succeed in this league, but you need to get him with a certain kind of quarterback.
Yeah.
He can't do it with the other kind of quarterbacks.
A traditional guy.
The other side of this is Anthony Richardson, his development. 10 games is just, I can't stress enough how little that is, especially for this quarterback. Like, that would be a little for most quarterbacks.
Yeah.
But for a quarterback that played about 10 games before he even reached your team, like, he needs a season and a half, 2 seasons.
Yeah. There's a little bit of me that believes that, like, he was trying to save the locker room. But then, because there was mixed reports, because I know Zaire Franklin came out and was just said, like, basically everyone just saying, whatever you said about the fatigue thing, just don't say it. Just lie. Because that means, like, the locker room was okay with it. Just don't tell media.
Josh Downs came out and said, I think everyone's overreacting.
Yeah,
got tired.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like, I think his locker room was fine with it. And if that's fine, like, my worry was that he was lose the locker room. But the locker room just don't say it.
Locker room loved him. Michael Pittman already tweeted his support, like, hey, we'll be back, bro. We'll make this come back together. It's just, it's a bad move. Not to mention, this happens. I don't know if it's just pressure from the outside or pressure because there's been quarterbacks, C.J. Stroud. We've seen Jaden Daniels this year.
That's what I think it is, honestly.
Yeah.
Just like the leash is getting shorter. Not that it should.
Right.
But guys are owners and general management, they're getting impatient because you have these guys like C.J. Stroud and Jaden Daniels going off in ways that rookies never have before. Look at Caleb Williams' development this year. That's what a rookie quarterback is supposed to look like.
And there was no flinching.
Yep.
Give it to the Bears. There was no flinching. That's our guy.
Yep.
And they have a young quarterback who a lot of that city likes behind him.
Yeah, didn't he throw like
Tyson Badgett?
Did he throw like 98 yards in one game, Caleb Williams?
Yeah, he's been really bad at some
And they're
point.
just like, yeah, this is our guy. So we're going to ride through the ups and downs. This is what's going to happen.
I got some stats for you here. Through 10 games, Anthony Richardson, this is, of course, against their first 10 games. Through 10 games, Anthony Richardson has a better passer rating than Donovan McNabb, Carson Palmer, Eli Manning, Peyton Manning, Josh Allen, and Matthew Stafford.
Wow.
Through 10 games, he had a better passer rating than all those quarterbacks.
That's crazy.
Through 10 games, he had more total touchdowns than Carson Palmer, Eli Manning, Josh Allen. Through 10 games, he had less turnovers than Donovan McNabb, Carson Palmer, Eli Manning. 10 less than Peyton Manning.
Carson Palmer sucks.
Josh Allen and Matthew Stafford.
Was Palmer good?
This has happened before.
Are we praising Carson Palmer right now?
Well, this is another subject.
That's what I'm just saying. Like, sometimes young quarterbacks struggle, and he wasn't even struggling in comparison to some of the greatest quarterbacks you've ever seen. It wasn't even that bad, really. Like, it was bad, and you weren't a good team. But this is when they used to develop quarterbacks, who, by the way, some pretty great quarterbacks on this list. That's what happens. Carson Palmer had 21 turnovers. Imagine what you have seen from Anthony Richardson.
In 10 games?
In 10 games. Imagine what you have seen from Anthony Richardson in the last 10 games. Add 10 more turnovers to that. How bad that would be.
Well,
that was Peyton Manning.
Yeah, it's
bullshit.
Yeah.
It's terrible, terrible, terrible.
Yeah, it's also a reflection on Chris Ballard and Shane Steichen for not, like, if you're going to be about a draft pick who's like this, then be about it. Even if I never liked him to begin with, but if you draft him, if this is your guy, just be about it.
When you drafted him, what was he? He was a raw, unproven project. What is he 18 months later? Still a raw, unproven project.
Yeah.
He has not gone up or down from what he was from when you drafted him. So why are you making this decision at this time when he hasn't even gotten a chance to be developed?
Especially since... Sorry, go ahead.
I was gonna say I do want to add like this much. So
Take it off.
I'm done.
I do want to add this. You were talking about how like the raw talent and everything. I said this a couple weeks ago. Is this what he needs in his young career right now? Does he need to sit down? I mean, we laugh at the Joe being the starter and everything, but does he need to be behind a Super Bowl winning guy like that? Does he need to watch the place? Is this something? I know it's hard to spin this as a positive.
He
but
played
like,
3 games last year. He watched for all season last year. He watched Gardner Minshew play some of the best ball of his career.
Right.
He watched a team make a playoff run that shouldn't have. He watched last year. And needs to play.
And the story with him though, even when he was coming into the league, was that he doesn't have a lot of games played. So like, is there even more that he needs to watch in order for him to become a legitimate starter in this league?
Is it worth it for him to sit behind a quarterback who, in no way will he play the same type of game?
Yeah, what is he going to do like Joe Flacco?
I mean,
that he didn't see last year.
He's won a Super Bowl. I think there's enough experience there where you could at least grab.
Was he going to tell more Super Bowl stories?
No,
something.
No, also
you grab something off that.
This is also like maybe the head coach Shane was like, I'm not gonna lose my job for this kid. So this could be a very.
I all my heart believes.
Well, that's very selfish. If that's
Well,
the case.
That's what head coach. Like, I don't
That's
have
the NFL.
I don't have 4 years.
I think this is Jim Irsay. This to me has Jim Irsay written all over it.
Yeah.
Like, hey, Joe Flacco, we were 4-2 with him. We might be a Super Bowl team with him.
Yeah.
Let's go with Joe Flacco.
Just from what I see on Twitter and players' comments, a lot of like Pittman found out about this just same way we did. The players weren't even like it's just like you thought you were losing the locker room prior to this. This is how you lose a locker room. You just isolated every player and said, "This is my move. I don't care what the captains say of the team. I don't care what Pittman's been here for. What he's like one of the longest tenured Colts on this team. Like I don't care what you think or players think. This is my move. This is it. I'm like you have to at least let them know or give them some kind of hint. It's just
the same organization that nearly ran. Let's not forget all the crap that happened with Jonathan Taylor. Thank God he was like a bigger man. Let it go. Yeah. They almost ran Jonathan Taylor out of town. This is the same team that made Jeff Saturday the head coach. Who, but by the way, hasn't got an interview since.
Well, I wonder why. He was a good coach.
All right, well, let's let that go now. By the way, Anthony Richardson out after 10 starts. Daniel Jones on Sunday will have his 72nd.
This got to be a race.
Where are we living?
Why is Daniel Jones interesting? Is he like terrible?
Let's take a quick break. When we come back, we're going to go through Week 9 slate of games and pick them all. Be right back. This segment is brought to you by Dad Gang Hats. Dad Gang makes the highest quality hats in the apparel industry because they use premium materials, pay close attention to detail, and prioritize durability and comfort. With so many styles, colors, and designs, they absolutely have the right hat for you and the dad in your life. Use code BENCHED76826. That's BENCHD 76826 for 15% off your first purchase. Shop Dad Gang Hats, quality hats for quality dads. All right, let's do it. Pick 'em Friday on a Thursday.
Hey.
Let's start at the very top here, and let's start with a busy bang. The injured, the hobbled Houston Texans are going to the mentally hobbled New York Jets.
The Jets are favored.
Yeah, they're at home, and the Houston's no one's playing.
That's crazy.
I'll start. I have flirted with the idea of picking the Jets, but I will pick the Texans. And what I'm hoping is it's a second year. He's been there before and struggled there before. I am hoping to see a gritty, gutted out win without your weapons. It's you and Joe Mixon. Go get it done. The defense is playing well. I got Stroud in a low-scoring, close game.
Yeah, I got Texans here too. I'm done with the Jets, so Texans.
Yep.
I'm with Angel, officially done with the Jets. I don't think they have any more magic. I'm going to go with the Texans right here.
Every time I think I'm done with the Jets,
they reel me on back.
They just pull me right back in.
It's just, yeah.
Oh, man. This is 2-7 is wild if the Jets.
No more excuses left. Either.
I mean, like, New York is taking some L's recently. Yankees lost World Series. Aaron Rodgers sucks. Daniel Jones
is the
still.
final.
This is the final shot.
This is the final.
Wait. Isn't this the guy who in the group chat was the first one last week to say that? I'm done with the Jets. I'm done with the Jets.
I just, because I'm looking at 2-7.
Yeah.
And, oh, man.
You still think it's possible, right? You still like, there's no way.
There's no way.
Oh, we thought at 2-6 there was no way.
I mean, yeah, no, they lost to the Patriots. Houston.
Thank you.
That's crazy. Wow.
Right now, the Jets are favored by 1.5 at home.
And that's just for being at home. They get 3 points for being at home.
Yeah. I think that the Texans defense is going to ruin that Jets offensive line.
Yeah.
Like, to where Aaron Rodgers already has a hamstring issue, an ankle issue. He can't run.
This was the problem with remember last show we were trying to all right, let's look at the Jets schedule and try to predict them. Like, if they lose to Jacoby Brissett's Patriots, who do you pick them over?
Exactly.
You can't. Yeah. They've lost all trust. Speaking of losing trust, the Dallas Cowboys are going to go to Atlanta and play Kirko and the Falcons.
Falcons at home. Yep. Easy.
Even though Daron Bland's back?
Falcons at home.
Especially because Daron's Bland.
Yeah,
I got
especially.
Falcons home as well. Go to 6-3, and I think they start to slowly take a commanding lead in that NFC South. Who you guys got?
Got the Falcons right here.
Yep, Falcons going to blow him out. Dak's going to pad his stats at the end, though, and it's going to look close.
I know, right? Isn't that the worst?
That's crazy.
That's the way.
Him and CD are going to be top 5 in yards, and they're going to be like, it's going to be the worst
They
season
have
they've
like
ever had.
Bro, you won
6
like
wins.
5 games.
Won 5 games, but
All in the second half of the third and the fourth.
Jerry loves it.
Idiots. Let's move on here. Angels, Broncos looking to upset the Ravens, even though they both carry a 5-3
Yes,
record.
they do.
I think this is a healthy sense of reality check for the Broncos. Our schedule has helped us a lot. Bo has played good, but the Ravens are the Ravens. I'm not picking, and they're at home. I'll pick
Yeah.
Baltimore.
I think the Ravens are an absolute unit right now.
Yeah.
Derrick Henry's playing as good as you've ever seen him play his career. I mean, there's good vibes with Diontae Johnson coming in. That always energizes a team.
Yeah.
Mark Andrews is back. Lamar Jackson is having a MVP year again, regular season that is.
Yeah, we'll test this Broncos defense for sure.
At home, they lost last week, if I believe it correctly. Right?
To the Brownies. Yeah.
Yeah, I think they come back with a vengeance and unfortunately take it out on your Broncos. Move to 6-3. Who you guys got?
I'm trying to be the smartest guy in the room and pick the upset of the week, but last time I picked the Giants over the Eagles, and they got smacked.
That was not the upset
The
of the
Broncos are not the Giants.
I know.
Well, didn't
but
you say
I'm saying,
you're gonna go with the opposite of your heart this week?
Yeah, but this is pretty much clear.
He says it every week.
What's
Okay, you know what? Screw it. Screw it. I'm gonna go with the Broncos. Upset of the week.
Wow.
They have
upset of the week right here.
what's
See,
this-
that's why you're wrong. 'Cause you just made that decision like
It's
that.
all in my heart,
You need to
man.
look at the rest of the schedule.
what's the spread? Is it minus?
I don't know,
9?
but if I bet on it, I win.
Baltimore
I'm gonna win a lot of
minus
money.
9.
It's Baltimore minus 9.
Sheesh.
Favored by
Good Lord.
more than a touchdown.
Jeez.
I would
Over under is 43.5. Under.
I don't know, the Ravens might score.
I don't think
43
I don't think the Broncos score a lot.
Yeah. So that's how we're doing 3 Ravens and a
Upset of
Bronco.
the week, baby.
All right, man.
Yeah, Ravens, for sure.
All right, Tua is back for his second game. 2-5 Dolphins going to Buffalo to play the Bills. I think this is a schmack. I think the Bills win by a lot.
Yeah, well, glad Tua's back. Hope he slides at every opportunity. But let's not forget what they were prior to him. They were a team that couldn't beat good teams. Bills are one of the best teams in football. Bills at home too.
Yeah, I have I have him giving the Dolphins some hope, and the Dolphin fans can at least hang their hats on that. But ultimately, at Buffalo, Bills are going to take this one.
Yeah, last time these teams played each other, it was Tua's concussion game, but before that, the Bills were smacking them in Miami. It's going to be the same story here.
Yeah. Talk about losing trust. The Dolphins have been working on that for years. They
Yeah,
have no equity in our hearts.
I just hope Tua just survives. To be honest.
Yeah. I think that's what we're all thinking.
Yeah, just don't get
Good
hurt,
season, bud.
please. Yeah.
That'd be awesome. Okay,
Oh my
in the
God.
game that none of us will watch, the Saints and Jake Hayner will take on the Panthers and Bryce Young.
Who? Listen. What? Remember those times in,
God, I have to pick one of these teams.
in March when there's no football on and we're just begging for a game? That's
This
all I'm
is
thinking
not the
about.
game I'll think of.
Yeah, I'm not
I
gonna
mean,
lie. I'd much rather have a G
In
game.
fantasy, you're only starting like 2 of these players, so it's not. I'm not gonna watch it for fantasy. In real life, it's gonna suck.
Yeah, I mean, the Panthers just got rid of Diontae Johnson. Adam Thielen's still not back. Jonathan Mingo show?
Chuba Hubbard.
Jonathan Mingo, Chuba Hubbard.
Leggett.
Olave.
Let's talk about some of the stars in this game.
This could be the debut of Jonathan Brooks. That's the only thing that's exciting about this.
Taysom Hill's back, so that's always
Oh,
fun.
he's fun.
Bub Means.
But memes, what a name.
Well, beans.
I'll pick the Saints. Let's just please skip this one.
I
Saints.
guess I'll pick the Saints.
Yeah.
Saints.
I don't think Carolina at home means anything.
I'll give you something interesting about this game. This game's going to mean a lot, I think, at the end of the year when we're deciding who's going to get the number 1 overall pick.
Yeah,
That's very true.
yeah.
This is a game you probably just really don't want to win.
The over-under is 45.
No, that's a great point.
So we're all going Saints?
I'm going Panthers.
Yeah. You're just trying to steal a win, you piece of crap.
You know what? I don't even
I mean,
care.
it's just these two teams are
They're so bad.
maybe the worst. in
You
the
answer
league.
third from now on.
That's what we usually do.
Dude, you know what's crazy is that the Saints were one time 2-0. Now they're 2-6.
At one time, we're all like, the Saints team.
Just
I don't know.
They scored like
They
1,000
score in
points.
every possession.
They were right. There you go. And now they're back to the bottom.
No, they actually do suck. Let's move on here. God, let's give us a break. Raiders, Bengals.
The Raiders.
Raiders traveling to Cincinnati. Joe Burrow and the Bengals. I think better than a 3-5 record, but nonetheless, that's their record. And if they are going to want to climb out of this dark hole they're in, it needs to start Sunday. They need to get to 500 as soon as possible to give them a shot. Joe Burrow thinks they can win 7 out of 9. Let's see. I do think they start here. I got them over the Las Vegas Raiders.
Yeah, Bengals favored by 8.5. I'm taking that. Over under 45. I think it's over. I think the Bengals just light it up.
Yeah.
And Higgins might play this game. So yeah, I think light up Bengals by a lot.
Who you guys got?
Still believing in that team. I still believe they can be a playoff contender. I got them going here, winning against the Raiders.
Yeah, the state of the AFC, the Bengals have a chance to make some noise here. Raiders get smacked in this game, and then they unload everybody on Tuesday. Max is gone.
Goodness gracious.
Jacoby Myers is gone to trading everybody.
Everybody's
You
leaving.
think they should trade Gardner Minshew? He's probably a pretty hot commodity right now.
Champ back to the Colts. Colts don't know what the fuck they're doing
They
either.
would love him.
Oh, finally, Gardner.
got our guy back.
Now it's on.
4-3 Chargers, who, by the way, have the #1 defense in the league.
Wow.
Yep.
Taking on the Browns, who have new energy with Jameis Winston. Apparently a high-fly offense. Who you got?
This one.
Yeah.
This one's tough.
Kind of fun. It's interesting.
This one's tough. I think the highest graded quarterback in the NFL right now is Justin Herbert. Isn't that crazy?
Yep. He's played really well recently, too.
Yeah. It's really close. I'm taking the Chargers. I'll trust Harbaugh. Winston, I don't trust that he'll be 3 touchdowns and no picks every game. I think he's going to give up some.
I'll guarantee he's not going to be there.
I mean,
Yeah.
he basically threw a pick to lose the game, but Kyle Hamilton dropped it.
yeah.
Oh, yeah. I'll take Chargers away, but this can be more fun than people think.
I think Chargers win it kind of easily here. I think the defense is really good. Lam McConkey is coming on. They need to find a running game. Look for them to be in the trade market for a running back, actually. J.K. Dobbins has really fallen off since that hot start.
McConkey.
I got the Chargers. Who you got?
Chargers right here. Browns are going to Brown.
Yep, Chargers. The Browns last week was a case of the thing you brought up, Joey, where every time there's a change.
Placebo effect.
There it is. Yep, that's exactly what happened last week.
Back to reality now.
Commanders at 6-2 visit the 2-6 Giants. I'm picking the Commanders. Go ahead.
Commandos.
Commanders.
I command that we all pick the Commanders.
You are going
That's
bananas.
Very,
God.
Fly, Eagles, fly.
God.
How?
Hold on, real quick. The Giants
Can we weave that
defense
into it?
is ranked 17th, and the offense is ranked 26th.
Nice.
Wow.
Yep.
It's a recipe for
How's
a
the
dub.
line?
Oh, wait,
for
Andrew. Andrew, let us know in the comments, buddy. O-line stats.
They have the 10th ranked O-line.
They could win here.
It was like, Brian Robinson
No,
sucks.
it wasn't the 10th. It was the 11th.
Yeah. I was like, yeah, I guess.
Right, that's not bad.
Yeah, I guess you have a point.
That's fine. I just had never heard it brought up in an argument before. Like, well, they do have the 11th ranked line.
And the only time you ever hear it brought up an argument, it's like they have the #1 ranked offense. It's like, oh, okay, that's
yeah.
11.
Yeah, number 16 offensive
So
line.
is that a strength or
We could just dog it
Bro,
around.
you're right in the middle.
the 2-6 Patriots and the 1-6 Titans? Angel, is Jake making a play?
I think he practiced. No, he didn't practice. He was on the sideline. It's not looking great.
I think no player has played the week after getting
It's not looking great. So it might be good. Jacoby Brissett versus
Mason Rudolph.
Oh my God.
Some quarterback play this week, huh?
a lot of games I'm not going to watch this week.
Somebody really does need Gardner Minshew.
There's going to be some defensive battles this weekend. That's that's all I can see.
I'm going. Oh God.
Over under 38.
Titans have a decent defense. They're at home. I'll go Titans, I guess.
I'm going. Actually, I might side with you here. Titans for defensive. Patriots. Good vibes. Better vibes.
Yeah, I'm going to go Patriots
Better vibes.
here.
And that's the only reason why.
Yeah, I'm going to go Patriots here. They're feeling a little bit a whole lot better.
There's no Drake May, though. If there was Drake May, it's an easy Patriots pick, but no Drake May. Titans have a decent defense. They found a little bit of their passing game last week.
Pollard's having a good year. That's been kind of underrated.
Great year.
Yeah, like they paid a running back and it's actually
You
working
know who
out.
could use a running back? The Cowboys.
Oh yeah, but God, what an idiot. Okay, so
I'm going to go with Rico Dowdle.
yeah, Rico Dowdle.
Guys, that's the best GM in the league.
Let's get Dalvin Cook out
Yeah.
here.
Nobody else can come in and
no one can do what that man
the
does.
contracts.
Do you think we have
can't
any,
afford it.
Do you think we have any Cowboy listeners?
No way.
They're all gone.
If we do, they hate us.
We
Or
don't, let's clarify. We don't hate the Cowboys. We hate the owner.
Yeah.
We went to Cowboys camp.
If the Cowboys were good, the NFL's more fun.
Yeah.
And to be fair, I like Dak. I like CeeDee Lamb. Joey hates Micah Parsons, so that's out of it. But
I do hate Micah Parsons.
But I like their team. It's just they're just ran by an idiot, and you guys know it.
Yeah, I mean, the Cowboy fans told us as much
Yeah.
at Cowboy camp and I can't imagine those feelings have gotten any better.
Yeah.
Asia's about to fall asleep. Let's move this thing on. Okay, in Joey's sneaky game of the week here, the Bears sitting at 4-3 in a division where you don't want to lose. You got to keep winning to keep up. Are going to take on the Cardinals. Kyler Murray played really well last week. Marvin Harrison looking a little bit better. They're at home. I think this is a fun game. I think this is a pretty good statement game for Caleb Williams and the Bears, though.
I'd say I'm gonna take the Bears here. I think it's a bounce back game. I think the Kyler Murray offense struggles against his Bears defense. I think I'll take the Bears here.
I think Bears statistically the number 2 defense in the league.
Yeah, I'll take that one.
You guys got?
Yeah, the Bears are pissed off coming off that loss from last week. There's no way they're going to drop this one.
I think the Cardinals are playing good football. I got Arizona here.
God, I hope you're right.
Zigging while we zag. I know his process.
Okay. Sorry, my arm's falling asleep. It's just a little tight under here at the armpit.
Hey, you look great though, bud.
Thanks, man.
Yeah.
I feel athletic.
Yeah.
Right.
You don't look athletic.
Okay.
You know, the people that I heard you talk crap on Micah, they're going to love that you're wearing that while saying it.
Oh, yep.
All right, let's get to the game here. Jaguars, Eagles, 2-6 versus 5-2. Eagles are rolling.
And the Jaguars selling everybody.
Yeah, Jaguars are literally just selling off left tackles.
They're breaking collarbones. They're
Straight up garage sale. They went on the lawn in the front of their stadium. It's the guys just go sit in the lawn, and GMs are going to come in and pick through what they want.
They didn't even know how to do it. They were playing Christian Kirk. He broke his damn collarbone last week. Why are you playing him if he's on the trade block, you stupid idiots?
That's like using something at the garage sale while you're trying to sell it.
I'm
and then you break
gonna
it.
swing this back.
Just
Hopefully
so
someone's
you know, this pot, I'm going to sell it after I'm done using it.
As if you didn't need any more convincing, the Jaguars are going to be without Gabe Davis, most likely without Brian Thomas Jr., of course without Christian Kirk, number 1 receiver, that most likely second-year receiver Parker Washington.
Yeah, that sucks.
And Evan Ingram.
I'll
go Eagles at home.
by a lot.
You got guys?
Fly, Eagles fly, baby.
Eagles by a lot.
All right, let's move on here because this is the real game of the week. We're going to park it here for a second. Lions traveling to the frozen tundra. It's not frozen yet, right? It's just a little chilly.
It was cold.
If you touch it, it might be a little dewy. But they're going to play the Packers in Green Bay. Lions-Packers, a game we've been waiting for. Oh, do I have to pick it first? You pick it first while I think about it.
Is Jordan Love healthy?
Yeah,
That's the
it's
question.
Game. Let's get registered owner. What have they told you in the owner's group chat?
I feel like Matt LaFleur, I'm not in the owner's group chat. I feel like Matt LaFleur is like purposely, like he's been doing this all year long. There's no real update on Love at all.
I hate this. I hate that.
He did it when Malik was starting, when we thought he was going to come back that third week. He said, we're just not sure. It'll be a game time decision. And then the decision was made on like a Friday night or something.
Question for you. Malik's first start was against a big opponent too, wasn't it?
No. It was against
Colts?
It was against Titans.
Titans.
Oh, okay,
Oh,
never
God.
Mind. Okay, never mind.
Well, good defense.
Yeah.
But this.
So let's pick with the caveat then. If Jordan Love plays, let's do that first. If Jordan Love plays, I got the Packers at home.
Yeah.
In a close game.
Jordan Love plays, I'll pick the Packers. It's looking like he's not going to play, so I'm taking the Lions.
Yeah, I think I probably go the same
It's
way.
basically if Love plays, I'm picking the Packers, but I don't think Malik Willis is good enough to beat the Lions. I think Lions.
I think I heard it today on the radio. This is Jared Goff's, and you had mentioned this too. This is Jared Goff's first outdoor game, if I'm not mistaken.
No. Yeah. Oh, yeah.
So I think they were talking about, maybe the Packers kind of take advantage of that, the way Xavier McKinney is playing right now. Maybe they can do just enough defensively to where if Love is playing, he doesn't have to go out there and
Can I push back
play
there a little
hero
bit?
ball. Yeah, go ahead.
I mean, he could play football outside, right? Like that's not.
No, yeah, I mean he definitely can, but that high flying offense, they it does there is a benefit to playing inside a dome.
It's
not
more
having
of
to
a
worry
thing
about
in
it.
like December and January. Like Goff does kind of in the colder months out.
I think the
outdoors.
cold. Let's talk about that.
And then I
But
think
they have like, if not the best, the second best or third best rushing attack in the league. Like outdoors, maybe made for their offense.
Sunday, a high at 55 in Green Bay. So
Is that too cold for Goff? What's his threshold?
what's the threshold? And it's supposed to be raining.
Oh,
They have a dominant
I
running
mean,
game.
you
Yeah,
got
I
like
don't know.
David Montgomery.
Yeah.
Montgomery, Gibbs. I don't know.
So that affects the...
I think it's gonna be a crazy one because the Packers, Packers have a good running game too. They have a good running game, and our
Here we
defense can make some stops.
You know what?
But I will say this: if Love does not play, I don't think Malik can do enough. I think he could probably stay in.
That's where we landed.
He could probably stay in it for a few, but
This is
the Lions.
The
will ultimately-
Lions. Yeah. It's just basically... I wish he was healthy.
Where you at? Where you at, AJ?
Same as you all. If Love plays, I'm picking the Packers in a close one, fun game. If he doesn't, Lions.
And
show
that's just
off
how good
again.
the Lions are. Even if Love does play, the Lions can still very much win this game.
Sucks that we're not gonna get healthy Love here. That would have been a lot of fun.
Well, they play...
I'm starting to wonder. Let me see if I pass over to you guys. See what you guys think. Is this? I mean, I know it's very.
How
early.
is this not the Sunday
Is
or
this
Monday
a
night game?
problem that we're gonna have with Love? You have the knee issue, you have the groin issue. These are two injuries that
I mean, it's already been a problem.
yeah, like you're not really. Those are two injuries that you're never going to be told you're 100%. It's just you're a lot better than you were the day before.
It's the same leg, right? That he had.
That's a good question, actually. No, I think it's the same one because
Yeah.
I think you're right.
I think
Because the
it's
whole game he was. They thought it was the knee, and then it turned out after the game said no, it had nothing to do with the knee.
This might be just because just plain hurt, and so how when you play hurt, you're
Compensate.
You're compensate for your leg, and then your hamstring is up. Yeah, it sucks. I'm not worried about it yet, but they need the bye week in the worst way. Like 2 weeks away, right, for the
No, it's literally after this week.
Oh,
So Love's sitting out
So
this
Love's
week.
not playing.
Love's not playing. Never mind. Love's out. Lions by like 15.
Okay, so I got Lions there because assuming Love's not playing, and then we'll switch it with the Love pick. In a very important game in the NFC East, the Rams traveling to Seattle. Rams need to win this game. I think they do win this game. Puka's going to ball out again.
Pooks.
And Cooper Kupp, I think, is going to look better. I think he looked a little rusty last week. I think they dial it in this week at breakfast. And
Bacon, pancakes and waffles this time. Not just one of them.
salty sweet.
He's trying to get healthy, man.
I've seen the guy. He's
German
plenty
muffins.
healthy.
Pretty yoked. I think you can afford a pancake.
I think the Rams move to 4-4 here.
I think he's fine.
Yeah, he's earned a
You
cheat day.
just say things in such a douchebag way.
It's a damn pancake.
You get to dirt a pancake.
Probably a protein pancake. Probably just one.
Pick the game.
Sorry. I
I got the Rams.
Yeah, Rams here. Stafford, Puka Nacua, and Cooper Kupp looked incredible. Kyron Williams. No one's talking about him. He's just
Touchdown machine.
He's Austin Eckler just reborn.
Yeah,
he's
he's
the same.
really, really good.
He's very good. And Seattle, I just don't believe in them. They've lost 4 straight. They're not, or 3 straight, or 6, whatever the fuck. They're not great.
You guys got.
We talked about it at the beginning of the show. The Rams know that the Niners are getting their guys back at the right time. They know these games are crucial to win. Rams are not going to lose this one.
Yeah, Seahawks, Angel, it's 4 of their last 5. What just happened there? Seahawks have lost 4 of their last 5, and that continues here. Rams look good, and they're healthy. They're coming back.
Quick question for you guys. Geno Smith, any chance they make a change there if they keep losing? Not that it's his fault.
Who's their,
Sam Howell.
Oh.
This is a staff who brought over from Washington. They brought over Sam Howell with them. Any chance they think, hey, let's give this guy a
There's
look
some history of winning there with him.
before the season's over?
Some history of bad football with him. I don't know. I think that this. I don't care. I think they're both bad. They're both not great. Geno's just a little bit not as bad.
This team's just so unattractive to just as a football fan.
You know what they're trying to
I
do?
don't care about this.
They're trying to make Geno into like this just like sit back and tear up a defense. He's not that quarterback.
Yeah.
And that's why they're not playing good football.
He's having a pretty good season.
He's doing a lot of picks. That's the problem. Like he's not that guy. But so is Sam Howell. So
Yeah.
I think they're both kind of bad situations.
Do you think they moved to Sam Howell before you said you just don't care? I mean, for the sake of NFL podcasting?
Yeah, I think why not take a shot at something different? Maybe he's different here because he has DK Metcalf and way better weapons.
Yeah.
No offense to Scary Terry, but way better weapons than he did in Washington.
All right, Sunday Night Football, 4-4 Colts, led by Joe Flacco. Taking on the Minnesota Vikings, 5-2. Like I said, in that NFC North, needing to win, needing to keep up, especially if we're all picking the Lions. I got the Vikings here at home, convincing style, and I think the Colts are going to be in rough shape when Flacco goes out there and plays terribly against this Brian Flores defense.
It's not really Joe; it's their defense. I don't trust him at all against his Vikings offense. That's kind of had a little bit of a rough patch lately. I think they bounce back here in a big way in prime time. Sam Darnold tears it up. I take the Vikings here at home.
Is that?
The Vikings. It's not even. I don't have to think twice about this one.
Yeah, Vikings have an opportunity. If the Packers lose, Packers go 6-3. Vikings can get 6-2 right here. So I think they win this one.
So if the Colts start losing like 5 games straight, they just go back to Richardson? Like, oh, we lost. Let's just see what we got.
I don't know. Apparently, they're a Super Bowl contender with Joe Flacco.
You know what's gonna suck if they start using him as some like red zone guy, battering ram.
I hope not.
They might though because they are the Colts.
All right, Monday Night Football. The severely handicapped Tampa Bay Buccaneers are going to take on the defending world champs, who now sit at 7-0. Even though Patrick Mahomes is having his worst season of his career. I'm not going to waste my time with this. Go Chiefs! Not go Chiefs, but I'm going with the Chiefs at home. I don't even care if Baker Mayfield goes and throws for 400 yards. By the way, he's thrown for at least, I think, 45 He's taken at least 45 pass attempts in the last 3 games. Baker's just slinging it.
Screw it.
He said, "Screw it, I'm gonna take this one by
I'm
myself."
audibling every play to a deep shot. Question: if they were healthy, would you still pick the Chiefs? Yeah, right.
At home, yeah, but I think it's closer.
I mean, they're Chiefs favored by 9 points.
Chiefs have a great defense.
Yeah,
That's gonna make this I get Buccaneers last week. They played better than most would expect without Godwin or Evans. I think that's very fluky, extremely fluky. Baker Mayfield is not the same guy without those weapons. Most quarterbacks wouldn't be. He especially is not, and I think he gets severely exposed this week. And it's a terrible team.
Yeah, it's just this. What a letdown of a team. It kind of sucks. Like obviously, like Mike Evans has battled these injuries, and Chris Godwin was having that career year, and they played well last week, but their kind of season's kind of done.
You guys got.
I kept an eye on this game last week because I wanted to see how Baker was going to respond by losing some of those guys he had. And I know you just called it a fluke. You said it was a fluky, this and that, but 330 yards, three touchdown passes. I think it ends here. I really think it ends here. I think the Bucs sneak a victory here. Wow. I have the Buccaneers win in this game.
Who they play last week? I'm not being a smart ass.
The Falcons.
Yeah,
That's a good team.
Which, I mean, a divisional game, back and forth game, but I like the way Baker's playing this year. I think he could score enough points to where a Chiefs team that's not scoring too high, but I think the Bucs can pull one here. I think it ends here.
Wow.
I'm with Gabe on this one.
Wow, we're split.
I'm with Gabe on this. I think,
man,
at some point the Chiefs have to lose with the way they're playing football. At some point, they can't keep winning in this way, and it always comes in one of these weird ones, these weird trap games. Think about the Eagles 2 years ago. We started off 8-0, and then we lost to a terrible Washington team.
Yeah, Washington.
Terrible
Sam
Washington.
No. Taylor Heineke.
Oh yeah, on primetime.
Yeah.
So this is just, to me, this is one of those weird ones where I look at it and I think I can predict, because even back when that happened, it was like, we're probably going to lose to that team. History between these two teams meeting in the Super Bowl. Todd Bowles was the defensive coordinator at the time. I'm picking the Bucs here.
I'm just trying to dive some deeper numbers here. The Chiefs defense, 5th in total yards, 5th in points, 2nd in rushing yards allowed, 13th in passing yards. I don't know how that happens. And you know what's crazy? I'm looking at the offensive stats for the Bucs. Obviously, this is a little skewed because they did most of this with Godwin and Evans. But even though they haven't had those guys for a week, 4th in total yards, 2nd in passing yards, 10th in rushing yards, 4th in points.
I mean, they did it last week.
They had
too.
a great offense.
Nothing stopped last week.
They're just going balls to the wall.
Against the Chiefs. They're not doing against the Chiefs at home.
Yeah, I'll take the Chiefs. I just trust them, but I would love for Baker to win.
God, I hope they win. I really want this one.
This sucks for Baker, man. He was having a great year. And the Bucs were looking good.
Is Mike Evans done? Or
No, he's coming back.
Okay.
Yeah,
But it's just Mike Evans now. They need to be aggressive if they're
even that's going to be a huge help.
if they're trying to be serious. They need to be aggressive at the deadline.
Yeah.
I know they like some of the young guys there, but you're trying to win a Super Bowl with this team, you have to get better players.
Yeah, for sure. That is Monday night's game. That should be a fun one either way. Yeah. I do hope Bake puts up a fight. Give us a good game to watch. And I don't think many people at this point are rooting for the Chiefs, like actually rooting for them to win.
I'm just kind of wondering, like, when is this balloon gonna pop? But it just keeps going.
Against an offense that doesn't care. Against an offense just
nothing to lose.
They have
Do you
nothing
think
to
we
lose.
see more from D-Hop this week?
Yeah. Well, I don't think we saw a lot from last week.
Yeah.
But yeah,
I want to see that in like fully.
He was barely on the field last
Yeah.
week too. Like, you just kept looking for him.
I don't think we've seen much from any of these guys yet. I know Amari Cooper hasn't played 50% of the snaps yet.
Yeah.
Devontae.
Shut up about Devontae.
I think we've seen just about as much as we're.
I don't want to see Devontae Adams no more.
But yeah, Chiefs favored by 9, -9.
God, dude, this is in
I think
KC?
I would take that though. I think the Bucs can cover that
Yeah,
and lose by less.
this is
Too bad we live in California.
So
Yeah.
like you don't
not
have
gonna,
this.
not gonna get a shot at it.
You don't have this being like a blowout. Then you can see this. Being
I could see the Bucs putting up a fight. I just
Okay.
think there's not enough firepower.
I think the Chiefs are going to chief their way to a win.
I think the Chiefs have an elite defense that knows how to win. That is NFL, that is Super Bowl tested, young. They fly around. I think they have the best big game defensive coordinator in the league in Spags, and I just think that's why I'm picking the Chiefs, not because of Mahomes and Andy Reid. I'm going this defense against this super depleted offense.
Yeah, a lot of good games this week. A lot of good games. I am just trying to mental gymnastics myself, thinking that the Broncos can beat the Ravens at home.
I think that's possible.
upset, man. Upset of the week.
Fuck it. I'm going Broncos away. I'm picking the Broncos. Let's do it.
Jesus.
It's not gonna happen, but I'm just hoping.
Joey said it's not impossible.
It's not.
Baltimore is one of the worst pass defenses in the league. Bo Nix has played well.
And let's not let this recent win streak make us forget. This team can choke away a game.
This team has lost to the Ravens and the Raiders and the Browns.
The Raiders.
And the Browns.
The Browns.
Exactly.
I feel like the Broncos are right there with those two teams.
Yeah, they're all the same
the
team
Broncos
pretty
are
much.
better than those.
They're all the same organization pretty much.
5-3 now. Whoa, let's stop. What's happening?
Organization.
We're 5-3. Hold on.
Sean Payton's an a-hole.
That's true. but we're still 5-3. He's a hole, but
He's
I
a
don't know
winnable
how.
a-hole.
Yeah, he's a win.
He's a beautiful a-hole.
Oh.
That's what we love to see in the show.
Absolutely beautiful.
I don't think that's what you think it is.
All right, listen, it's late.
Anything else for week 9, guys?
No, it sucks that Will Levis isn't playing. Now it's 2 weeks.
Oh,
without,
yeah. No
Two
idiot of
weeks
the week.
for the memes.
for the memes. Like it's a boring. But we got Jameis Winston, so there's a give and take.
The
Yeah,
football gods gave us one with that
Like,
one.
We can't handle both yet. We need to be able to handle one, and then we'll handle both. Pause.
Saying a lot of things.
That
That's our
felt
show
good.
for today. Happy Halloween. Enjoy yourself. Stay safe out there. Congratulations to us, the LA Dodger fans, and the Los Angeles Dodgers for winning the World Series. We'll see you again next week on Monday with a recap of week number 9. Bye.
Peace.